Hello there, how are you doing today? Well, I hope you're doing fabulous because we are about to make some fabulous stuff today. You guys, I am so excited. It's one of my all-time favorite munchy snacks that we are working on. And when I say munchy, no, I do not mean because I got high. I don't smoke. I just mean something to munch on. Today we are making vegan spinach and artichoke dip with a twist. Why do I have to give it a twist? Because I'm extra like that. And I mean, hey, why not give it a twist? I'm gonna go ahead and show you guys all of the ingredients that we're going to need. So come with me. So first I'm gonna go over the main things you'll need for the recipe and then the optional things. You are going to need one 15-ounce can of artichoke hearts, okay? And then you can just dice them up into small pieces. There really is no specific size. 3 minced garlics. You can do it yourself or get them pre-bought. Some cream cheese. This is 8 ounces. Sour cream. Okay, I have Tofrutti. Tofrutti is really amazing. Then whatever brand of vegan cheese you trust, go ahead and get that. Unsweet almond milk or whatever nut milk you decide you want, unless you use oat milk. You'll also need salt. Now your optional things, they're gonna be flax seeds. If you like spice, 1 jalapeno, a 15-ounce can of jackfruit. Oh, sorry guys. Also, obviously, you're gonna need spinach. That is not optional for spinach and artichoke dip. It's just all the way over here and I forgot. Yeah, those are all the ingredients you need. I'll give you the measurements as we go along. Go ahead and put your oven on 375. Let's get started. Okay, so now that you have seen everything you need, we're going to go over the steps. So the first thing you want to do is take your jackfruit, actually, that is in a can. You want to put them in a pot of water that, you know, basically covers it, and let it boil for about 15 minutes. This is gonna take away any taste of the brine that it's soaked in. Also, it kind of makes it a little bit easier to cut and to just get into these tiny pieces that you see here. So make sure that is the first thing that you do. Put that on the stove for 20 minutes. While you have that on the stove, you can chop up everything else, okay? As you can see, I've already chopped up everything, so now our next steps are going to be to cook the jackfruit and then get the fresh spinach down to little shrivels. Or you can just buy you a can of spinach and make sure you drain it. But I like to do a lot of things fresh, so that's how we're rolling. I'm gonna use Pam. Pam is an awesome friend of mine. I'm gonna spray my pan. Just go ahead and dump that in there. My hands are clean. And here's my favorite utensil to use. So I'm just gonna flatten all of that out. I'm gonna let that cook for about 5 minutes before I add any seasonings. So while that cooks, let's go to our spinach. So you guys, if you're using fresh spinach like me, we know it needs some TLC. So I have this pan here and I put just a little bit of water into it. I'm trying to show y'all. Hold up. There you go. I put a little water into it to flow around in there. Turn that on medium-high heat. Open up our spinach. Whoop. Okay, I ripped my bag. Throw it in there. And remember, spinach shrinks. So you want to put a good amount of spinach in your pan. So this bag that I have is a 10-ounce bag. All right, you guys, so now I've got my my pan top. I actually put water on top of it, and then I'm gonna cover my spinach, and that'll help it, you know, condense and everything faster. Okay, so we are still well within the 5 minutes of the jackfruit cooking. We're actually going to start putting some of our mix together. The first thing you're going to do is take your cream cheese, the entire 8 ounces, and put that into a bowl. Also, if I didn't mention earlier, it is best if you let this sit room temperature for about 30 minutes because working with cold cream cheese is really difficult. I'm gonna just throw it all in there, and it's, as you can see, mine is still a little difficult to use, but I'm going to put some milk in here to soften it up a little bit. So now it's time for the sour cream. You're not going to use all of it, and let's see, this is 12 ounces. You want to take 4 ounces or just a fourth of the sour cream. So there's about a fourth, right? Maybe a little under. There we go. Now let's go check on our spinach. We want to make sure we're not letting that just sit too long. The spinach seems to be doing very well. Just so you guys can see, this is what the spinach looks like. Looks nice, doesn't it? And no, I did not season it. I really don't plan on it either. So depending on how much mixture I have, I might make some more, but we'll see. Now it's time to season the jackfruit. So with the jackfruit, all we're gonna do is sprinkle on some black pepper, literally just to cover. Then we're going to take some garlic powder. Get a tablespoon of garlic powder and onion powder and you'll be good to go. Onion powder. Alright, so I'm gonna allow the jackfruit to cook for about 2 more minutes and then just mix it into the rest of the stuff. So now we're back to our mix. We've got the cream cheese and the sour cream. We're gonna take some almond milk, okay? You're gonna take 1/4 of a cup of almond milk, pour it into your mixture. Technically, you can do this whether or not your cream cheese is melted enough, but specifically if it isn't, then you put this in the microwave for about 15 seconds. Try to make sure you mix things up just a little bit to really get the milk covering it so that the cream cheese doesn't burn or anything crazy, because it will pop and do some weird stuff in that microwave all by itself. All right, I put my mixture in for about 15 seconds and it's a lot easier to deal with. So now that we've got those mixed together, go ahead and pour your minced garlic in as well. We're going to add in the artichokes. Again, we didn't do anything special to them. They weren't seasoned or anything. They were just cut. So you can go ahead and mix all of this together. We're about to grab the spinach here in just a second. Okay, spinach. Go. Mix it all together. I am definitely going to use a little bit more spinach. Actually, I'll probably just go ahead and do the rest of that bag. So again, that was about a 10-ounce bag of spinach that I used for this. So while we wait for the rest of the spinach to cook, I'm gonna go ahead and throw in my jackfruit. And you guys, jackfruit is a meat replacement, so it'll be a little meaty. That'll be nice, right? Go ahead and stir that in. And remember, if you don't want jackfruit in it, if you just want traditional spinach and artichoke dip, don't put jackfruit, don't put jalapenos, which are about to come next. Also, a thing I would recommend when it comes to inputting your spinach is don't put all of it at once, because they tend to group together and sometimes it's harder to mix them thoroughly throughout the whole thing. So I would put some, mix, then put some more, then mix. I'm gonna put my jalapenos in. That's literally one fat jalapeno. Let me go ahead, throw the rest in. This is gonna be really, really good. So the next step, put in the cheese. When it comes to spinach and artichoke dip, you don't have to put one thing in first or second, or, you know, you just put things in as you go along. So I've got my mozzarella plant-based cheese that I'm stirring in. And as you see, I didn't put all of it in there just yet, but all of it will be used. I want you to know that much. My other half of the spinach is almost done. Putting in the last half of the spinach. So let's go ahead. All right. Mix that in with the rest of the concoction. And then I'm gonna mix in the rest of the cheese, which it wasn't a lot left. Also, something else that I do is I usually add just like a smidget of cheddar cheese into mine. Not a lot. I said a smidget. So literally, you see that? Boom, done. So now we're going to get to the seasonings, right? Which is not going to be a lot. So I'm going to be 100% honest with you guys. I don't have exact measurements for these seasonings, but you are going to need black pepper, sea salt, paprika. Those are the main things, and we'll probably use about a teaspoon of all these things, but this is just something I'm making up out of my brain, okay? If you want exact measurements. So now I like to just sprinkle paprika like across the top, just a little bit. Probably use like 1/4 of a teaspoon of sea salt. And then y'all know I love my flax seeds. So take 2 tablespoons. I usually do them separately, so there's 1. Mix everything. Add the 2nd tablespoon. Mix that. So everything is officially ready. This is what the concoction looks like before it goes into the oven. I've already got my pan here. Actually, I'm changing my mind. Here's what I'm using to put the dip in. Make sure whatever you use that you spray it with some non-stick. After you do that, go and pour it in. Okay? Yes. This is gonna be so good. I can feel it in my bones. So then, of course, you want to spread it out evenly, right? Spread it out. So now we're going to put this in the oven on the bottom rack for 15 minutes. Let's go. And now while we wait, you can clean all of those dishes that you just dirtied. Okay, you guys, so the timer went off. It has been 15 minutes, so we are actually going to take this out and mix it up a little bit and then put it right back in for 15 minutes. Just to mix it up a little bit, and that's just to give some of the other cheese a chance to melt as well. All right, so now that we have mixed it up, we are going to put it back in the oven. Another 15 minutes. And just so you guys know, the reason that it's going in for another 15 minutes really has to do with the aspect of the milk being added to it. It's gonna take a little more time for everything to really come together. But normally if you don't add milk, then it's just like a 15-minute recipe, then 5 minutes or so on broil, you're good to go. But we're doing twice the amount of work because the milk was added. All right, you guys, so it has been another 15 minutes. All we're doing is mixing it one more time. Yes, I said mixing it one more time. While we're mixing it, we're going to turn the oven on high broil. You're more than welcome to try it at this point too. I know it just came out the oven, but you can blow a tornado on this thing and then put it in your mouth. We're gonna put it on the top rack for about 3 to 5 minutes, okay? And then I promise y'all we done. I promise. All right, you guys, it's been about 3.5 minutes, so I am ready to take my stuff out and give it a shot. Ooh, y'all hear it? Listen. Sound ready, don't it? Let me zoom y'all in. You probably still can't see it. All right, so here is the spinach and artichoke dip, you guys. Let me give y'all a upper view of it. As y'all can see, it's still bubbling and sizzling and everything. That looks so good. So it is done. I'm gonna wait maybe like 5-10 minutes so I could try this out for you guys. Let y'all know what it's about. Then we good to go. It's been about 10 minutes since I've waited, so I'm ready to try this. Let's go ahead. Let me show y'all this though, cause this look fire. Look at this. You can't tell me that don't look good, do it? Time to pop it in my mouth. And I got a little jackfruit on here too. Ooh, I'm so excited. Okay, here we go. It's still steaming. Can y'all see that steam? Y'all see it? Okay, anyway. Oh my God. That is so good. Hold up. I need to just put it in a bowl. Y'all, this is amazing. Like, I'm getting... Y'all, I think I'm having a foodgasm right now. Oh my God. It's so hot. And so, crazy thing is, I put them jalapenos in there, but I'm still gonna mix some cayenne pepper in mine because I need it to be hotter. That's just me. But anyway, y'all, this stuff is fire. Like, oh my gosh. So again, you know, the whole seasoning thing is up to you as far as, because I didn't really put many seasonings, but I put some. All you need to know is that the main The only ingredients on here that are optional are the jalapenos, the jackfruit, and flax seeds. But if you like some spice, add it, or you just like peppers. And if you like jackfruit, I say go ahead and toss them in there because it really just elevates the experience, makes it a little different but still the same. So that is the spinach and artichoke dip with a twist. I hope you guys enjoy it. Please let me know in the comments if you think it is good, and make it however you want to make it, because you have to remember the kitchen is one of the places where you can be the most creative. So